Good morning, everyone. It's been a while, but I got a nice quiet morning this morning, and I figured I'd bring you guys along on my morning routine. Get to say hello to everybody in here. Many, many fish. Looks like we have one down. Oh, nope, he's not dead. He's just our belly dragger. There was three out of like this whole batch. I don't want to chase them around while everybody's in there. Whenever I take the first few orders out, I'll take these guys out and they'll go over to the planted tank. This group didn't have any. Good to say hello to everybody, check on everybody. Everybody's hungry, waiting for breakfast. Make sure all the little pumps are still going good. Check on all the babies. Doing wonderful. These ones haven't started to swim or hatch yet. I don't think we can see the eggs. No, not really. Hungry breeders. Hungry breeders. Hopefully the brine shrimp hatched properly. Lots more babies. Just starting to hatch babies. More hungry breeders. We've got like 20, 21 baby rice fish in here now. They're super active. As you can see, the red shrimp's doing well. I'm not sure if I informed everyone, but I am making every one of the grow out tanks is also a shrimp colony. So when the shrimp decide to do their thing, they can blow up and they can make as many babies as they like. And I'll have shrimp colonies everywhere, but they are also the grow out tanks for the fish. So if the fish are in here and they want to eat baby shrimp, by all means, go for it. But when the fish are all sold out, the shrimp can take back over and make as many babies as they like. I like my floating upside down roots from these guys. In all of these tanks, the shrimp eat the roots and make the plants all small. So I figured I'd put the roots that break off into the shrimp tank and they don't touch them. Whatever. So that's another reason why these tanks look dirty. They're not necessarily dirty, they're just seasoned. It's good for the shrimp and it's good for the fish. Lots of little microorganisms to eat and graze on. Cull shrimp tank, clearing up a bit. All of these are already sold. I posted them last night and they sold all last night. Orange is doing super well. Red's doing super well. A lot of babies again. And the 20 long. I love seeing how the beams of light come through. It looks super cool. Out of this tank, I have sold probably close to 200 shrimp over the past 2 weeks. And we still have quite a bit left. They're all in the plants and everything. Speaking of plants, they've happily come out of the water now, actually blocking a little bit of the light. Come in here, say hello to the new babies. These have not started hatching yet. These ones are coming out tomorrow. These ones are starting to get off the wall. We got a little swimmer up there. Brine shrimp. Turn the air off. Grab our fancy light. And we'll set it there while we do the rest of everything. Check on these breeders. All the little fountains are doing well. All the babies are doing well. Green water looks good. Let's move this out of the way. Boop. I caught a few blue shrimp out of this tank as well to fill up some orders. And I used the shrimp out of these two tanks to fill up a few orders. And as you can tell, there are still quite a few left. The latest tank of Emerald Dwarf Rasbora, still fighting the green water. The window back there, I'm going to be painting over. And the window over here, I'm going to be painting over. And I'll be touching up the wall. As you can see, the bricks are starting to, I don't know, crumble away or whatever between themselves. I'll clean that up and seal that too. But the green water here, you can see it's happening up here. It's because the light is directly above them, but I'm sure the windows don't help. These Emerald Dwarves are actually up for sale. Sorry about the dirty glass. Same thing with these tanks. These are all also shrimp tanks, as you can tell. Massive blue colony going in so many tanks. Super zoom as always. I don't know why this phone does that. But these guys are all getting very big, very fast, very healthy, happy fish. They're starting to get their stripes too. Second tank of breeders. Not that you can tell. Nope, they won't come out for us. That's okay. Snail tank is doing much, much better. The moss, as you can see, is surviving in here compared to the stem plants. I've sold 150 out of here yesterday, and there are still numerous snails that are still in here. The yellows, I have lost the green water battle, but they don't seem to mind at all. There are so many shrimp in here, you can't even imagine. And they're still having babies. Babies. Teeny tiny little babies. Look at them all. Alright, so first thing I do, I come down, I check on everybody, I set the brine shrimp up, and then I empty those. So we're going to magically pull a cup out of nowhere, set it there. I don't empty them, I do water changes. Out of the big ones, I take 3, and out of the small ones, I take 2 basters. It is incredibly nerve-wracking because you got to make sure you don't suck anybody up. That. Fill that up. There's one. Move on to this one. Same thing. Gotta make sure you don't suck anybody up. Very hard to do because they are super tiny. Very easily sucked up. There's 2. This one's easy because they're not swimming yet. Just taking the methylene blue down to regular water eventually. And 3 on this one. Not to suck anybody up. There we go. Full cup. All right, I'm going to dump that out after we check to see there's no fish in it. Take the light. Let me take a peek. Nope, no fish. We are good. Put that back for the shrimp. They're settling down there nice and golden-like. All right, with that taken care of, then we take the baster and we start filling those tanks back up. They all get a dose of green water for the babies to eat. I'll do that in every one of them. and I'll fill them back up with tank water from these 3 tanks. All right, now that they're all filled back up, fresh water and green water, we will take the baster, fill her up with green water, and then we feed these babies. Pour it right in there. Same thing for them. Just microorganisms for them to eat. We're going to go through all of these babies, all of the CPD babies, all the way across. And once the CPDs are done, we get one last one. Fill that up. Set it down. Stay there. Then we take, you can tell which brine shrimp I'm using because I always leave this on the one that I'm using. Once in a while, they'll both end up looking the same and it's hard to tell. So we got our tube of green water. We got a pipette of brine shrimp. Good to go. And then we take these together and we'll head up to the office to feed the rice fish. Good morning, everybody. Now look at the eggs on these girls. Holy cow. They always have so many. I wish they wouldn't eat them. Looks like all the girls have eggs today. There's one of the fellas. Good morning, sir. Set these down real quick in a manner that they don't spill. Hopefully. All right, let there be light. So now what we do is we give these a spin to break the water tension and see if we have any babies in here yet. No, I don't see anything yet. This one also has eggs, but I don't see there being a way for them to hatch yet. This one actually has babies in it still. Well, I can't say still. I guess still. It's been a little while. Babies. Babies. I've got a small handful of them in here. Another one there. Another one there. All right, so what we do here is they get powdered food. I'm gonna make a huge mess doing this one-handed, but we'll give it a shot. Tiny bit amount right there. And you just kind of grind it like a pepper shaker in there. They're itty bitty, so they don't need a lot. A little bit here, a little bit here. All right, take that. We'll take the brine shrimp. Since these are the only fish in here, we'll give them 1, 2, and 3 drops. And then the rest goes up here. Let's turn the light off. There we go. As soon as they hear the drops, they'll come. I love feeding these guys. Hungry fish, always. Good job, guys. All right, let's feed the green water. I'll set that down. Green water I just take and I kind of do figure eights. Just to give these guys something to munch on. Tank's looking nice. It's getting clearer every day now. I just realized how tall that new runner is. That one right in between this guy here. He goes all the way up. All the way up. Nice. It's actually touching the top of the water. This one actually planted when I got it here. It's turning green again, but it's not even reaching the top. That one got huge. All right, let's go feed everybody else. All right, back down the fish room. Put all this stuff back. That goes there, that goes there. All right, so we got green water fed to everybody. Babies did water change. That's ready. So what we have to do now is we come over this way. Grab the big food. I'll set it here since I only have one hand. Can I open it? No, I cannot. Hold on. All right. Take a pinch. We split it between these guys. More than enough for them. Shrimp, as far as they go, I only feed them once a day. It always is in the same spot, so they know where to go, except for the yellow shrimp and these blue shrimp. They get fed twice a day. The blue shrimp up here do because there's fish in this tank as well. I like them to eat twice a day. The yellow shrimp do because I was waiting for the colony to explode. It did, but now I also don't want to underfeed them, so I still feed them twice a day. But there's them guys, these guys, split between the culls and everybody in here. And then we give them a little tap, let everybody know it's up there. These minnows are ancient, and yet they're still the food hogs. Here comes number 3. They're so old. I say it like every other video. I'm just surprised how long they've lived. All right, so then we take another pinch. Normally I carry this around with me, but obviously I can't with one hand. Still got big shrimp in here, baby shrimp in here. There's a fish or 2 in here as well. I saw them the other day swimming around. I'm assuming it's a emerald dwarf. Snails, they still have their calcium shell from water change day. I always try to keep their food over in this corner with the rock. That way I can clean it easier. Hopefully the moss takes over in there. That'd be nice. And then one last big pinch for the big guys in the yellow tank. All the way across the front. Okay. Now we do the powdered stuff, which is tetracolor, just ground up in a mortar and pestle. So I can give it to all the little ones. And we will go start over here. Kind of a long video, but this is my every morning. And we're only about halfway through. I take a nice chunk, give it to these guys. Take a nice chunk. Same thing. A lot of fish in there, so give them 2. They all start to come up and eat. It's breakfast time, so they know they don't want the dry food. They're waiting for brine shrimp. But they gotta wait a second. Same here. The excited ones go right for it. Sorry about the terrible quality. Just a pinch. Take it up and drop it in. There they go. These guys over here, similar. Take it, but you don't drop the whole thing in. You just drop it to where it just starts to make a little cloud on the top. Nope, not this one. They don't have fish yet. Still hatching. Same thing. Baby food. And baby food. And then we take the rest pinch up and we give it to the rice fish. They're still a bit excitable. But they love their food. Same thing over with the emerald dwarves. The breeders don't get tetracolor in the morning, they only get brine shrimp. So I'm going to do the same thing for these guys here. And the last one. There you go. These guys up here, same thing. Big plop right there. They'll all start to come out. There's a few brave ones in this tank, which are nice. Hopefully they'll show the others. There's nothing to be afraid of. Tiny little fish. Super tiny. And these guys getting all hungry. The babies get everything in the morning, food-wise. I want them to grow big and strong. The breeders do not, because the females can get egg bound and they swell up really big. They end up having no room to eat, no room to like move their eggs or anything. So that's why I don't overfeed them too much. On occasion I will, just to give them that extra boost to make more eggs. But we're done with that now. Now I've noticed that a lot of times it'll just sit up on top too though, because I don't have pumps. I run just live plants in seasoned tanks. So I'll take a pipette, scoop some water, and then just spray it down so it actually falls. Because if not, most of the time the shrimp will go up and eat it from the top, but a lot of times they won't, and it'll just sit up there and kind of be stagnant and get moldy. So I have to do that on the holding tanks. It doesn't happen as much here with the rice fish because they like to eat from the top, but I still do it. We'll do it for these guys real quick. I know this is a long video, but I figured I'd take you guys along with my morning routine. Just so you guys can see what it takes to do a farm of this size, which isn't very big, but we do produce literally hundreds to thousands of fish. No diseases, no sicknesses. Everything's doing good so far. Oh, I just missed the shark. Well, you guys did. I got to see him. I didn't put the camera fast enough. Look at him back there. Oh, it looks like he's big enough to turn, or he's made enough room back there to turn around. Yeah, check him out. That's funny. All right, brine shrimp time. Scoop. Liquid gold. We'll start with these guys. Give them a whole tube of it. They probably won't come eat while we're standing here. Oh yeah, they will. All right, let's do the next one. Same thing, a lot of fish, so we got to give them a lot of brine shrimp. Hungry, hungry babies. The hatcheries do not get brine shrimp. They're not big enough to eat them yet. They're almost the same size. So, and for the babies, we only do a few drops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like so. And they all get shoved around in there with a little bit of current. And everybody gets to enjoy. Sorry about the shaky hands. Doing everything just left-handed right now. And then these guys. Give them a bit. Give them about half of this. There's only 7 breeders in each one of these, so they're not like needing a lot. And again, I don't want to egg bound anyone. Look at this old guy. Still kicking though. All right. Rice fish. They've learned what the drops mean too. Means yummy breakfast time. They're such a cool fish. Same thing here, a few drops. Let the babies go at it. So many fish. Nothing for them, no hatch yet. Okay. These guys get enough. And we've got a little bit, so we'll give it to these guys. There's only 9 of them in here. About half of them are scared of me, half of them aren't. Do you like the video game style? You guys see the hand moving with the item you're holding? I probably shouldn't do that, make everybody motion sick. Oh, it all disappeared. No, wait, what's that? A lot of fish in here. Get the other half of this tank here. Man, they love this stuff. Let's go get a big one for the big full tank. Alrighty. I think we'll have enough to feed everybody today. Let's get one of our strugglers right here in the front. There's 3 of them I see total in this tank. Like I said, they'll come out eventually. They'll go into the planted tank. There's already a handful of them over there. When you're dealing with this many fish, you're bound to get belly draggers or strugglers or anything like that. Yeah, we should have enough to go around. All right, we gave these guys? I don't think so. Split half. I think we gave them to this guy. Yeah, we gave them to this tank. So there's half. They got half. These guys you can feed right out of the pipette. These ones were raised here, so they're used to me doing whatever. Super cool little fish. So many things I've seen and read talk about how these guys just hide and are very inactive. All of mine seem to be quite active. I mean, granted, they're used to me. They've been here most of their lives. Some of them all of their lives. We got to split these 2 breeder tanks still. Half for these guys. And half for these guys. And that's pretty much it. That's my morning routine. Depending on how low this is, I might just give the rest of it to this tank. Oh, hey, there's the shark. Pretty cool. I didn't think he'd be out. And he's gone. I might give the rest of them to this tank, or I might just save them for later, and I might give the babies a second meal of brine shrimp at the end of the day. So, that's my morning routine. Thanks for hanging out with me. I will see you all next time. Goodbye.